everyone, it's V2 back again, and this is 366 days of cards, day 50. It's already day 50, that's great. Almost, wow, still quite a ways to go in the year, but we're getting there. And today I'm going to do a review on the new Karnival Dose deck, the V2. Whoops. And this is the original one. Personally, I think this one, the new one, looks a hell of a lot better than the old one. And I'll get to that in a minute. The box has some major improvements on it. It now says bicycle along the top. It says Karnival Dose Redux Edition on the bottom with a couple of X's. That is, it's also a foil box. It's very shiny. It is 100 times better than the original box, as you can see, which just had that face on it. On the one side it says completing the circle of awesome, which is a lot better than what they had before. The other side it says brought to you by CarnivalInc.com, which is the same pretty much as they had before. The top is very similar to what they had before, except it no longer says Karnival Dose under the seal. It does have a much nicer seal though. It doesn't have a standard USB-C seal. It has one that says limited foil case on it, which is pretty cool. The bottom is basically the same. Even has the same Jack of Clubs barcode reveal and all the other same information. And the back is much better. This one, front and the back look the same. It's very plain. Doesn't say Karnival on it. Doesn't say bicycle on it. While this one, of course, says bicycle on it, and it says Karnival Dose on it. And it has a much nicer back design, which is the back design of the cards, which has a two-way back design. We'll get into that in just a moment. And of course, there's the seal again, in case you didn't see it. Limited edition foil case. Pretty cool. As opposed to a standard bicycle seal. Or USB-C seal, I should say. Just bear with me a second. Now both decks do have pretty much the same cards in it. You do get the same card with a reveal on it that says you will choose the 4 of clubs. It's exactly the same on the front. The only difference is the back. On this one there's an advertisement in the regular deck, the original deck. The new deck just has the back design, so you could always the camera's acting kind of weird. Anyways, you can always incorporate this into a card trick, or almost even use it as a third joker if you wanted to. In this new Dose deck, there is no ad cards, while the old one obviously had, at the very least this one, on the back of the reveal. You do get a double backer, but because it has a two-way back design, it's much nicer. All the face cards, all the faces are exactly the same. You get the same ace of spades as the original Dose deck, which I have reviewed. It says Karnival Dose on the bottom. You got this very interesting spade pip with a skeleton on top of it. There's needles on top of here and just a whole bunch of stuff, more needles down here. And all the aces are actually the same. They have the same overall design. The jokers are identical to the other deck as well. You get a skull in a suit with a top hat in one. In the other, no top hat. He's got an ace of hearts in his head, basically. And then the rest of the cards are all identical to the original deck. Cord cards are the same. Bases, like I said, are all the same. What you do get is a much nicer back design. This one had a horrible one-way back design that nobody liked, and I never even really planned on getting it until I just decided I wanted to get it for my collection. This one is much nicer. It's a two-way back design, mirror image. The borders actually have the same borders as the Jokers, which is nice. The cards, of course, handle nicely. They spread nicely. Fan nicely. That's about as good as I can fan, I think. Dribble nicely. They have a nice stock and everything. The stock and actually everything feels the same as the original one. It's got an air cushion finish and everything, pretty much standard bicycle stock and finish. Just overall handles nice. I thoroughly recommend it, especially if you're a fan of the Karnival decks or any kind of skulls and crossbones type deck. Any kind of deck like this. If you're a fan of it, get it. If you're interested in collecting cards, get it. If you are interested in collecting all of the Karnival decks, obviously get it. It's a pretty nice deck, especially since the back design is 100 times better. The box is 100 times better. I give Big Blind Media a thumbs up for improving the deck, improving the back design, improving the box. And like I said, I recommend picking it up, especially if you're into Karnival cards or collecting cards or anything like that. And that is my review on that. And I'll see you next time with more reviews and other stuff.